And we're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and today we are going to fly Buffalo Airways from Coventry to Iceland, Keflavik, from Coventry. Runway, taking off runway 23, arriving on the, I believe it's runway 28. And you can see, let me zoom in, and I do have it on live weather, so but I can switch it on the fly. I can do AI pilot, which I will do, and once in the air. And this isn't the same plane. They just flew an Electra. This is a, I think it's a Douglas DC-3, but it's in their livery. And there we go. Like I said, I'm just using a Logitech flight stick and a gaming PC from Canada Computers, about $1,500 Canadian, and it has 32 gigs of RAM. It's got an NVIDIA 4060 Ti GPU video card, and a standard processor. As long as you have those requirements, you can run everything pretty good. I would like to bump it up to 64 gigs and maybe a new video card, but it is what it is. Let's just there we are. That looks pretty good. Huh. I do have everything labeled. Well, I guess it's not a bad thing. I am going to demonstrate there's an AI pilot system in Flight Simulator 2020. I think they took it out in 2024 version. But they're implementing this AI system into aircraft, and I believe Garmin is doing it. And they just had just a week ago, a pilot was incapacitated somehow, and the autopilot system landed the aircraft. So, I mean, I'm not sure if it can be activated by air traffic control, or if it just gets, there's certain criteria. Yeah, and you can see I got the settings kind of weird, but we'll go to the AI pilot. Watch this. Now, you do have to watch the AI pilot because disengaged it. Sometimes they will not take off, especially when I got a full load of fuel. But I can just turn it off and then just take over. So we'll just kind of watch it. Well, it seems to be getting kind of airborne, maybe. Sounds pretty good, looks pretty good, graphics are smooth. Come on, pull up. I may have, if I hear throttle down, it doesn't get in the air. Running out of runway, just took over. And I just rotated in the air. I can fly it for a bit and then I can always turn it back on. Track landing gear, flaps, this gear going up. Yeah, I must have a lot of the warnings set on, but we are flying, let's see if we got it on the
Manchester Center Buffalo 69 Bravo Uniform Foxtrot Alpha
oh, there it goes. Yeah, there's
is passing 900 feet, climbing 12,000
feet. Thing. I might put it back on AI pilot. And you just got to be careful. Don't move the stick around too much. And I do have the sensitivities turned down.
Maintain flight level 180
up a
Buffalo
bit.
69 Bravo Uniform Foxtrot
bit.
Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Alpha Lima, Oscar.
And we can, okay, I'm going to engage the AI pilot.
Flight level 240, Buffalo 69, Bravo Uniform, Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Alpha Lima, Oscar.
See if this guy can fly. There is the...
Climb and maintain flight level 250,
does.
Buffalo 69,
I want
Bravo
to
Uniform, Foxtrot,
see, he's got to go
Foxtrot,
over
Alpha
to
Lima,
this
Oscar.
the flight plan, and then upwards and onward to Iceland. It's Cathedral. So I'll just make sure. It looks like he's leveling out. Airspeed looks okay. Engine throttle. Yes, I might. Yeah, I think I got control. Yeah, I do. And I did that so I can adjust the barometric gauge. And I just engaged it again. Yeah, stick cannot control it. And I got that mapped out to my flight stick. And it appears we are on target. Graphics do look pretty good. Not sure about what's going on with those clouds. Yeah, some of the darker clouds don't look as good. Yeah, let's down a bit. Yeah. Yeah, just aim down like that. That's a good angle there. Got to turn the lights off. I thought I could. Oh, that's right. Because I have the I got the AI pilot. Yeah, back inside. Yeah, there we go. Dark, light.
Heavy traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 260 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Now we're back. Yeah, it's got the landing. Oh well, it's either on or off.
Easy 21901 Heavy copy Airbus
Back
A20N
onto
in sight.
AI autopilot. And like I said, this might be a long flight. There's Birmingham. Yeah, that's a pretty good angle there. Pilots. And I took off from Coventry. And you can see below me, there's Westwood Business Park, Charter Ave, Industrial. Sometimes it's pretty cool just to fly around and see the scenery. I can turn it off. I can adjust the weather up here. Yeah, I'm on live weather. So Quebec. Huh. Well, that is pretty cool though. And like I said, it is nice seeing all the gauges from the external view. So when you're flying, you can see the aircraft, you can see especially when you're learning. I know how to fly, but not real light. But the main priority is your airspeed and your engines, your altitude. And there's you don't have to, like, the priority gauge is your airspeed. and whether you're level or not, or in spin or spiral. And if you do stall it, you just reduce the throttle, let go of the stick, and point it down, and let go of the rudder. And then if you're in a spin, you turn your rudder into the spin to stop it. Then you push down, and slowly ease the throttle on to gain some airspeed and pull out of this stall. But the number one key is where most people crash is they're getting low and slow near the airfields, taking off or landing, and they usually stall, and there's no recovery. Like if you're up in the air, at altitude, you can recover from a stall, but you can't recover if you're 1,000 feet or less. So I find the safest way to fly is just maintain your airspeed. And I will even, when I do approaches and stuff, I will keep it at a higher airspeed, especially when you got strong winds. But it's a little more forgiving, especially in those turns, because when you're in an emergency, or if you lost an engine, you're going to be struggling. You'll be struggling to maintain a proper airspeed. A lot of pilots will just stall. Whereas if you do have an engine problem, look at that Cessna Citation crash with the Biffles. The pilot was returning, but he was on, he had engine problems, but he put his gear down in his flaps, and that aircraft will not fly. So he kept it stable, but just lost power and didn't stall, just lost power and flew it into the ground. Where had he had the flaps up a notch, or maintained a higher airspeed with the gear up and not down till just near the airport, you probably would have made it. And a proper altitude, so that if you're up at the altitude and you start losing power, well, you can get a higher altitude if you left everything up, and he should have just flown on to another airport. But he could have, on his fly around, he should have got higher altitude and then flown in and done a wider, longer approach. I don't know why he did that corner, that turn, and then ultimately he thought he was maintaining airspeed, but they were fully loaded, fueled, damaged engine, likely from the cargo coming out. They didn't really know, but they knew they were. He should have known that the engine was causing problems, and I just don't understand. Like I know I'm not a pilot, and I know to maintain airspeed, and I keep everything in a higher amount, especially when you got winds and stuff. I'd rather go off the end of a runway than actually crash short or stall. And like I said, there is no second chances. But in the simulator, I can practice this all day long, and that's what I've come to the conclusions. That's the safest way. Now I can see I'm showing it's only 23 nautical miles. That can't be right. Maybe that's a first, yeah, see, and like I said, this game is so amazing. See, he's following the flight path there. I don't know why it's... Oh, that's the, the first waypoint right here. Yeah, I'm going to let's just look down, see where we are. Oh, where that is. This is all over England, but yeah, maybe I can, and this is the beauty of it, you can skip ahead. I can turn, I got the AI pilot on, and I will go here. You get take off, you got cruise, descent. Let's just go right into the approach. I want to live time. Now, it just has to load up, but there's so much to do, and this is just one, like with a PC, you have everything, whatever you're interested. You don't have to be into flight simulators or you don't have to be a computer expert, but you have everything at your fingertips compared to like a console, like a PS5 or an Xbox. You're just limited to games, and it's not like a computer where you can go to your desktop and you can go to YouTube and Facebook and searches and email and simulators. And here we are carrying on.
Buffalo 69 Bravo uniform, Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar, contact Cathedral approach on 119er decimal tree.
Yes, I do believe we're coming in.
119er decimal tree, Buffalo 69 Bravo uniform, Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar.
Buffalo 69.
Cathedral approach, Buffalo 69 Bravo
turn that
uniform,
light off.
Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar.
Oh,
is at
I can't,
4,000 feet, descending 3,400 feet.
I got it in AI mode, so the AI is going to try to land it. We're coming into Keflavik, but that's the beauty of, that's why I like 2020, because you can use AI just like they're implementing with, like I said, with the Garmin's in real life. And like if I was in an aircraft and had to land it, I would love to have that. I can just push a button. But even if I didn't, and it was at night, I know enough about my gauges, to keep the horizon level, airspeed up, and just keep her stable and under control. And if you end up into IFR conditions, you just want to trust your gauges. So because if you look out the window, you're going to lose your spatial awareness. So, and it's so easy to get fooled when everything is black. You're thinking you're going up or down, and next thing you know, you're just moving the yoke, top spinning upside down, and then a lot of times the aircraft will just fall apart from the stresses of that out of control, loss of control situation. So the whole thing is, don't lose control. If you have to fly above the clouds, you have to get down, hold the stick steady, trust your gauges. You can see my altimeter. Okay, I'm back in flying here. I just adjusted my, see here, I am flying.
Tower on 126.2 Scandinavian 259 heavy.
Yes, see, there I am.
Buffalo 69 Bravo uniform, Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar,
500 above.
feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 3,400 feet, altimeter 30.22.
I just put the autopilot back.
Descend and maintain 3,400 feet, Buffalo 69
autopilot's back on now.
Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar.
I do have a map. Very easy to see when you do. Wow, it's tough to see. But I'm gonna let the AI see if they can land it. It'll be real interesting. Yeah, it is kind of bright. Let's see if we can turn something down here. Right here. Where are instrument lights? Compass light. Oh, okay, there we go. Panel lights on, off. Can't do much. Off. Pop, de-icer. Keto heat. I want that on. Heater on. Windshield de-icer. Landing light. On, landing light on. If I can turn down that panel light. Yeah, that's pretty bright. No idea. Let's go outside, see where I am. Hopefully I don't crash. Altimeter 2,000 feet. This is the AI lion. Look at that. And like I said, Garmin is implementing that. There's the moon. There's the moon there. There it is. But this is just showing the ability of AI. And like I said, I can just take control with one click of a button. And turn the AI on with one click of a button. It is that easy. Gear does not appear to be down. Wow. Clouds don't look too good up here, but like I said, let's go to the map. Oh, you can see him out over the water. So he's got to turn right.
Tower on 126.2 Buffalo 69 Bravo Uniform Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar.
Then
Flaming Tower
come
Buffalo
back
69
in.
Bravo
And like I said, I got to be
Foxtrot,
careful.
Foxtrot,
Watch
Alpha
this.
Lima Oscar 6 miles northeast inbound ILS Yankee runway 28 approach.
There it is over there. Supplement. Yeah, so he's got to be turning right soon. He's dropping down. Maybe a little.
Cleared ILS Yankee runway.
I better get ready to take over. Like I said, there is some bugs with Uh-oh. I don't know what he was doing. Line up destination runway. I don't know. He seems kind of low. Well, I better... Whoa! He was going to crash. Okay. I am flying. Let's get inside. Okay. I got control. And flaps down. Gear is down. Okay. We are coming in. Yes, I'm gonna have to land this. Here, land. Okay, let's see my altimeter. Yes, I'm only 500. There you can see the flaps are down. Full. I am getting a little slow, so I might bring the flaps back up one. I don't want the assisted landing.
Buffalo 69 Bravo uniform. Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar wind 092 entry. Clear to land runway 28.
Clear to land runway 28 Buffalo 69 Bravo uniform
Inject.
Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar.
Full throttle. Yeah, they must have some sort of auto throttle on. Not sure how to turn it off. Well, we'll just have to assume it's going to help us as we approach. Now, like I said, I did try to get the AI to land. They would have killed us. So now I'm struggling to get altitude up to the proper glide slope, but I believe there's some sort of auto throttle on. Now these are common things, like when you do an AI, you got the autopilot systems that are coming with the aircraft. You can have partial, full autopilot, navigation, just auto throttle, and I do like to turn it all off. Did I try to? Oh wow. That's weird. Okay, we do look like we're coming in proper glide slope. Yeah, you can see right there, that's a good angle. It's getting a little slow. I just brought the flaps up a notch. Get more airspeed. Yeah, it does seem a little buggy. Not sure why. There still might be some sort of auto throttle on, but I don't know. But anyways, gears down, flaps down, coming in. Not too sure if there's a bug with the aircraft or if it's residual. Or my flight stick, I was having some issues. It could be because this is a if this is a stock aircraft or if it's just a bug with it. And we're coming down. You can see it's 3 whites and 1 red. That means I'm a little high. When you're on the proper glide path, there'll be 2 reds and 2 whites on the runway bars, but not every runway has it. So sometimes you just have to get around the proper glide slope. And I'm just trying to low. I'm not sure which. Yeah, I'm going to throttle up a bit. working. And we are down. And we are down. There we go. Set flaps to, not sure why this went off the runway, but we are down.
121.9er Buffalo 69 Bravo Uniform
I
Foxtrot
can
Foxtrot
turn-
Alpha Lima Oscar. Goodbye.
I just turned the AI on, see if it'll taxi for me. Do not know, it will. Circle. Where are we going? Maybe they're going correctly. Don't know. A lot of times it will turn on an arrow system for taxiing, which some modern airports have that naturally, but in the simulator, to why it. I do seem to have proper control now over the throttle. Or, so the AI must have turned it on. Turn the AI back on. See if they actually park it. AI is controlling.
Deflating ground Buffalo 69 Bravo Uniform Foxtrot Foxtrot Alpha Lima Oscar taxi to parking.
Oh, they're communicating now. So you can see the AI does have good features, but in a last resort, it should stabilize your aircraft in the air, and then you have to monitor your altitude and your speed, and turn it off if it's going to make a mistake. But if you're disorientated, you don't have any help, you push that button, and like I said, it's better than an autopilot because it does everything. It flies the aircraft. It's not just heading or throttle. It's actual flying, and it'll bring you to your runway through the Garmin systems, which is amazing. That they've essentially taken this technology that's been in Microsoft Flight Simulator since I think it was 2020 version, like this AI autopilot is up here. They put that into the Garmin system, so just a one button here, right here. I can even have AI just do all my communications. And then you got auto trim, anti-stall, protections. Teleport. AI piloting or cursor mode. AI auto trim. Stall protection. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but like I said, this is having this on general aviation aircraft, but having it on even on large aircraft, because what if some terrorists kill the pilots and then kill the terrorists? Well, if I have the knowledge of an AI button, you just push it, especially if it's at night. I mean, I do know how to fly with gauges, which is very rare considering I'm not a pilot. But I do have a base understanding, but I could get myself in trouble. And if you have an AI system, especially at nighttime, it just do wonders. Push one button and rather than stall and crash, it just I think I'm going to end it there. That is, oh, there. Let's just make sure it gets to the ramp.
Complete the ground speed bird 8907 heavy requesting
I do like this little communications it's doing.
8907 heavy pushback request accepted.
Let's see if this AI can get it to the stall. Pretty cool. It's really neat. See how close? Stop it. Run into the building, which I've seen them do numerous times. But like I said, it's for emergencies really. But even when you're playing at home, if I want to go have dinner or washroom or do whatever, I can. It did work. There we go. You can see the DC-3 Classic, duration of flight 25 minutes 37 seconds. Night, departure, and arrival. Like I said, I'm not too sure the timing, but it is pretty cool. Let's go back to the main menu. Actually, cancel. Let's go continue. Oh, it's actually shutting down too. Wow, it's pretty cool. And I got a flashlight that just came on. Wow, look at all this. Fire extinguisher. Right motor, left motor, fuel cutoff. That's cool. I still don't know where the interior light is. Oh, cockpit lights right here. Carb, auto de-icer. It's pretty cool. And outside the aircraft. Yes. There we go. And let's, I think I'm going to end it there because I'm going to do some landing challenges on a different video. That was just showing the AI autopilot setup. And we are going to stop. But just show you that Microsoft Flight Simulator can teach you. And their technology is being implemented with modern day aircraft. And they should go right into all the aircraft, because you could have some sort of a system where, you know, something is messing up, or the weather, you know, you lose your situational awareness. Now, I'm not too sure where the AI follows, if it goes off your gauges or if its own kind of sensors. But if you're in a hopeless scenario, it is worth a shot, and you can always turn it off. Turn it on, and if you think it's making it worse, you can just turn it off. That's it. I'm going to do some more landing challenges, maybe some Battlefield 6 after. But that is it for now. And we're signing off from the, I think it's the Battle Flight Zone, is a new name I have. Anyways, ciao.